acceptance. Once the offer is made properly, clearly, the next step is acceptance. Who makes the acceptance? The person who makes the offer to the other party, and that party is the one who will be making the acceptance. Yes, once you say yes, it completes the contract. What's acceptance? It's yes without any conditions. Just one word, yes. Unconditional agreement to all the terms of the offer. You have to receive the offer for you to accept, right? Others can't accept. Only the person who receives the offer can accept the offer. Yeah. You can communicate the acceptance either express or in implied manner. So you could either communicate expressly or by your actions or behavior, you can communicate it. Yeah. Once you say yes, remember that you can't withdraw your acceptance. You know, we can withdraw our offer, right? We call it revocation. But acceptance, once we do, we can't withdraw. Remember that acceptance cannot be withdrawn. Offer can be withdrawn, right? Revocation we learned last day. Yes. And sometimes, place to place, the law differs. For example, in Sri Lanka, we don't have that issue. But if you take countries like India, Australia, Pakistan, I'm not so sure about Bangladesh, but larger countries where region to region the law changes, right? Where the acceptance done is important. Let's say if the acceptance is done in the province of Victoria, state of Victoria in Australia, then it's a Victorian law. If the acceptance is done in Scotland, in England or UK, then it's a Scottish law that will apply. Take America for that matter. If the acceptance is done in Idaho, a state of America, then it's that party's law. And if the acceptance is done in Arkansas, another state of USA, then that state's law. So where the acceptance done is important. Not very much important for us when we do the contract in Sri Lanka, because everywhere in Sri Lanka it's the same law. But not the same, right? Even in India, the law changes from place to place. So remember that. So where the acceptance is done is a place that will result in the law coming into the contract. Okay, so this is acceptance. Take a look, please. Completes the contract, yes. Once you say yes, that's it. Deal done. Yeah, it's yes without any conditions. Only the person who received it can say yes. You have to communicate either express or implied. Once you do it, there's no turning back. You cannot say ha now and echo back later. Not allowed. And the place where the acceptance is done. For example, imagine there's a contract between India and Sri Lanka. And if the acceptance is done in India, then it's an Indian law. If the acceptance is done in Sri Lanka, when we make the contract with the particular Indian, right, then it's Sri Lankan law, right? Imagine there's a contract between a Sri Lankan party and a Singaporean party. If the acceptance is done in Singapore, then it's a Singapore law that will apply to the contract, right? That's how it goes. Remember this, you have to communicate acceptance, right? There's a video also I have added up, acceptance cannot be done by silence. Take a look at the video. So you have to communicate either express or implied, right? You have to do that. You can't accept by silence. Silence means you say nothing. That is not the way of acceptance. You have to do some kind of a communication, either by words or by your actions. That's how it goes. All right. It's possible to do an acceptance under the posting rule also. What is this? Now, why are we learning this? Well, the postal system is still the most popular method of communication between companies, between businesses. And still, it's a very, very popular mode of communication between businesses and clients and businesses and consumers, customers, right? So we may not be sending letters that much. We may not be receiving letters that much from our friends and relations, except for the electricity bill and, telephone bill, but all that, right? But remember, the postal system is a very, very popular method in the world, right? So there's a thing called the postal rule, or we call it posting rule. What is it? Let's see. Take a look. A post a letter to B on Monday, offering to buy B's car. Okay, read carefully. Read carefully, please. Read the entire slide carefully. Got it? All right. A posts a letter to B on Monday, offering to buy B's car. All right. I want to buy your car. Please let me know. B receives his letter on Wednesday because it was posted, right? So in Sri Lanka also, it may take a day or two, three for the letters to go. B writes back on Thursday. He writes back on Thursday, accepting the offer. A receives B's letter on Saturday. Now there's a posting rule adalava clip එකක් තියෙනවා. Please check that video. All right. There's a video on the postal rule. Please check the video. You'll have an understanding of it better. So what's the date of the offer? Yadeshan? Offer is made on when? Post the letter on Monday, but B gets the letter on Wednesday, right? Offer has to be communicated. Communication happens when? On Wednesday. So offer is valid from Wednesday. What's the day of the acceptance? Well, that's where we have the posting rule coming in, because under the posting rule, meaning when both the parties use the postal system, either registered post or maybe telegrams, remember, from the moment the letter is posted into the box, right, the contract is valid. From the moment the letter is given to the post office, the letter contract is valid. Even if it doesn't go to the other side, see, even if A never receives B's letter, nothing to worry, the contract is valid from Thursday. Because what matters under the posting rule is the day you post the letter, not the day the other party receives the letter. This is unique only, right? Only for the contracts made through post by both the parties. That means I post a letter to you making an offer. You also post a letter to me accepting my offer. There, the posting rule will come to play. The posting rule will be valid. How would it apply? Well, the moment as soon as you put the letter into the post box, as soon as you hand over the letter to the post office, the contract is done. Right? Someone has posted a letter offering something and you accept by posting the reply. As soon as you hand it over to the post office, the contract is done. Right? Even if the letter goes missing, even if the letter is delayed in the post, that's not a problem. The contract will be valid from the day you handed over the particular letter of acceptance, right? Handed it over to the post office. That's called as a posting rule. Got it? So under the posting rule, the contract is valid as soon as the letter of acceptance is posted, correctly addressed, remember that, correctly stamped. That should be there. Okay, so that's the thing called the posting rule. So for what are we using the postal rule? For the normal posts and telegrams. And remember, we can't use the posting rule for other methods of communication, such as email, fax, telex, right? No, only for physical posting of letters such as normal post or the registered post and telegrams only, not for other methods. So what is the postal rule? Posting rule is about, right? The moment you accept, the moment you post the letter of acceptance, right, sent by someone by post, right? The moment you post the letter of acceptance, the contract is valid between you and the other party, right? That's the thing. So that's the meaning of postal rule. This rule doesn't apply for other types of contracts. They are just sending information is not enough. The other party must receive the information. Example, let's say someone sends you an email asking to buy my car. Just take the example here. A emails B asking to buy B's car. B emails back on Wednesday, right? Saying yes. What's the date of the contract? If B, if A saw the email on Saturday, well, for emails, offer has to be communicated as well as the acceptance. So B saw the email, I'm sorry, A saw B's email. I'm converting this into email, right? On Saturday. So the contract is valid from Saturday. That's all. Email or fax or telex or anything else, right? Even courier. For there to be a contract, the other party must be receiving your acceptance, right? Communication. But under the posting rule, meaning if both parties have used the postal method to do the contract, well then, when the other party posts a letter, right, properly, correctly addressed, correctly stamped, the contract is valid. It doesn't need to reach the other party. No need. Now, take a look at this example, please, carefully. Let's read it. An offer was made by A to sell goods on the 1st April for 2000. B, the offeree telephoned A on the 5th April, offering to pay 1,800 for the goods. Okay, into Google, into what you call this YouTube channel, guys. I'll be adding quite a lot of other videos also. Entire contract law would be added up, and there included would be some videos on exactly how to read questions, how to tackle papers, and all those practical stuff also will be done. So keep checking it continuously, and if you miss lessons, right, I'm recording this also in order to put there. So that will give you a bit of a hand, whether you attend the lessons or not, that might help you, right? Okay. So on the 8th April, A offered to sell the goods to C for 1,900 and C accepted this offer on the same day. On the 7th April, B sent a letter to A, which was received on the 10th April, agreeing to pay 2,000. The asked price for the goods. So do they have a contract? Come on, think about it. Get a pen and paper, please, and put your idea into the paper. Come on, give me an idea. Do they have a contract or not? I want everyone to give me an answer. Apali, let's go for a try. Umesha, Alisha, let's give it a try. Come on. Do they have a contract? Yes. An offer was made by A to sell goods on the 1st April for 2,000. B, the offeree telephoned A on the 5th April, offering to pay 1,800 for the goods. All right, so what is it, guys? A says 2,000, B says 1,008. What is it? Acceptance? Rejection? Asking for further information? No, that's a counter offer, right? What did we learn yesterday? Counter offer kills the original offer. So B makes a counter offer on 5th April, right? So it kills A's original offer of 2,000 because of B's counter offer of 1,800. Later what happened? A offered to sell it to C for 1,900 and C said yes. Is it okay? I think it's okay. Because by that time there was no deal between A and B, right? B made a counter offer only, not an acceptance. Something happened on the 7th though. That means a day before A made the offer to C. On the 7th April, B sent a letter to A which was received on the 10th April. So B got the letter on 10th April, remember. 7th posted, but B received it on the 10th April. Now this is not an acceptance, it's just a letter, right, posted. For the posting rule to work, both the parties should, exchange letters, not just one party. So B's letter was, agreeing to pay 2,000. But what is it? Is it an offer or acceptance? Well, on the 7th April, there's nothing left for B to accept because the only offer that A made to B, which was on the 1st April, was killed, destroyed by B on the 5th April by making a counter offer. So ever since then, there was no offer from A to B. So on 7th April, is B accepting or agreeing? No, he's only making an offer. A can say yes or no to B's offer. But the truth is what? A and C have a contract on 8th. A made an offer and C agreed to buy it for 1,900. The deal is valid between A and C. I hope you got it. Yeah. The contract between A and B created on the 7th April. Is it true? No, there's nothing on the 7th, right? B only made an offer. There was no offer by A by that time because the only offer made by A was destroyed by B when he made the counter offer of 1,800. There's a contract between A and B created on the 10th April. No, there's no contract between A and B on the 10th April. You have nothing on the 10th April anyway. There's no contract created, I doubt. I doubt it. There is a contract between A and C. A made an offer to B, B made a counter offer, and A did not reply to that. As a result of B's counter offer, what happened? The offer made by A just died. Then A and C made a valid contract, offer accepted. On the 7th, B only made an offer received by A on 10th, but there is no reply from A, right? Nothing in it. So this is the valid answer. Acceptance is only effective through how? Conduct only, express words only. The offer is non-communicated intention. How is acceptance done? Express or implied? What's the meaning of express? Express words only. Implied? By your behavior, right? Conduct. Can you accept without communicating? No. Silence is not a method of accepting. So acceptance is not effective through what? Not A, not B, but C is the answer. Acceptance is not effective if through, done. You have to communicate it, express so implied. So non-communicated is wrong. Take a look at this one. Where the post is a valid means of acceptance, at what point will the offer have been held to have accepted the offer? What do you say? Offeree. where the post is a valid means of acceptance, at what point will the offeree have been held to have accepted the offer? Yes. When the letter of acceptance has been written, we are looking at the postal system, right? That means I post a letter to you making an offer, and you also post a letter to me accepting my offer. So when do we have the contract? When the letter of acceptance is what? Posted, not enough. Postal rule. What's a postal rule? Yes? What's a postal rule? Yeah. Take a look. So, what's the answer? Answer is B, isn't it? Under the posting rule, letter has to be what? Correctly addressed, postage paid, and correctly posted. B is the answer. Under the posting rule, acceptance happens when the letter of acceptance is posted, correctly addressed, correctly paid, and correctly posted with the stamps. Okay. Discussion, please. Come on. The principal effect of a counter offer is what? What's a counter offer? I make an offer to you and you also come up with another offer to me. What's the answer? It destroys the original offer and replaces it with a new offer. Yeah, counter offer kills the original offer. Can you remember? In the early example, I told you, A made an offer of 2,000, B says 1,008. So that kills the original offer of 2,000. It creates a binding contract on the terms of the counter offer. No, counter offer is another offer. It's not acceptance. B is wrong. It creates a binding contract based on the terms of the original offer. No, nothing. I make an offer to sell this for 10 and you make a counter offer to buy this for 8. So there's no deal between us. So B and C are wrong. Only thing is your offer kills my first offer. Answer is A. A is the answer. Okay. Right. So then we take a break. Come back at 8:45. Come back at 8:45.